Hey guys, it's me and our gaming and welcome back to another Fortnite recap video. This is of course chapter 4 season 3, and to be honest, not that much has happened this season. It's been summer, Epic Games took their break for a bit and the summer event wasn't all that great, but we'll get into that. So hopefully this will be shorter than usual. So yeah, let's just head straight into all of the collabs that have happened this season. So, right at the start of the season, of course, we had Optimus Prime as the tier 100 skin, and there was also a set of Transformers challenges. These were to emote after destroying a gas can or pump, travel distance in vehicles or while mounted, which had 3 stages, damage opponents with kinetic boomerang, collect 13 Transformer tokens, which was kind of like the time trials from like way back in the day. So it's kind of so cool to see them bring back those interesting kind of challenges rather than just damage opponents, stuff like that. And also, like, they did a lot of theming of challenges this season. Like, these are very, like, themed toward Transformers, which is cool. Acquire a Cybertron cannon in different matches, which was the cool mythic that was added to do with Transformers. Drive a vehicle within 20 seconds of landing from the bus. Drive different vehicles in a single match. Deal damage to opponents while you are in a vehicle or mounted. Destroy objects with explosives, which also had 3 parts. And lastly, destroy supply drones at hotspots. So if you did 5 of those challenges, you got the Jungle King Spray, and if you did 10 of them, you got the Maximize Emoticon. Also around the start of the season, they released the Optimus Primal skin as part of this whole collab. Start of the season as well, there was also a hidden sort of thing you could do at Rumble Ruins, where you had to like collect a thing and then take it and activate it in the big room. And there was like a cool hologram thing, and Optimus Prime said stuff to you, which I'll just play now.
Optimus Prime, and this message is to my ally. There is grave danger on the horizon. The power that once flowed through your island has faded, and formidable enemies have taken notice. You must brave the unknown. The answers you seek lie deep within the starless void that brought you here. Fight on and roll.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting story-wise. There's a grave danger on the horizon. I'm sure we'll find out more about that in the future. But yeah, it's cool that they tied that all in. You could also hear this same message on the car radios at random points throughout the season, throughout matches. Why is Optimus Prime chatting to us? So the next collab of the season was another Nike collab.
Yeah, we aiming for it, we gon' get it, we gon' get it. Lighten up the fire, see we lit it, we lit it. It's about to be a problem. Yeah, we headed for the win. We be going in, yes again and again. Do it with a grin, staying hot, it's a 10. On the attack, it's a wrap in the end. We will never be steady headed for the win. We be going in, yes again and again. Do it with a grin, staying hot, it's a 10. On the attack, it's a wrap in the end. We will never be steady headed for the win. Never gonna test my patience, never gonna be complacent. Yeah.
So there were a couple skins in the store and other cosmetics and stuff, of course. And there's also some quests relating to a UFN creative map. So I'm not 100% sure what the actual challenge was. I think it might have been something like play just 10 minutes of the map or something. But I played the whole thing because it was actually a really well-made map. I thought it was quite cool. It was all like for the release of a shoe, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But if you did this challenge, you got the Air Max 186 back bling. At a similar time, there was another Witcher collab, which released the Ciri and Yennefer of Vengerberg skins. Also some challenges for some free rewards, which was just to complete the parkour course in Ciri's Escape for the Confident Ciri emoticon, and reach the elimination goal in Yennefer's Battleground for the annoyed Yennefer emoticon. And if you did both of them, you also got a banner icon, which was nice. Next up, there was an Elder Scrolls collab to promote Elder Scrolls Online being free for a week on the Epic Games Store. So there was the Nord Warrior skin in the store. And also, if you claimed the game on Epic, you got the Sigil of the Alliance War backbling for free, which is actually a pretty good backbling for completely free. Next up was a collab a lot of people were excited for. I mean, I've never really watched it, but this was, of course, the Futurama collab. Bought 3 skins to the store: Philip J. Fry, Turunga Leela, and Bender Bending Rodriguez, along with a bunch of other cosmetics, of course. There weren't any challenges for this, but there was a ray gun added to the game, which was pretty similar to the ray gun we had back in Chapter 2. The next collab was another Terminator collab. Which actually added the just straight Terminator skin. Next was the big collab for the season, of course, the Jujutsu Kaisen collab. So this brought a bunch of skins and cosmetics into the store, including Satoru Gojo, Megumi Fujiguro, and Nobara Kugisaki. I don't know, man. As well as, of course, the mini battle pass for the season, which is actually still active now, right until the end of the season. So this, of course, worked similarly to the other mini battle passes we've had this chapter. There were loads of challenges, which I'll quickly go through the not boring ones now. There were grades of challenges, aka just sets of challenges, released every few days. Each of these had a 5-stage challenge to earn XP in Creator Made Islands, which I, of course, did absolutely all of, playing Go Goated, best map ever. Some other challenges were to travel under 3 bridges, collect Hollow Purple or Straw Doll Technique in different matches, which were the 2 pretty cool mythics added for this collab. The Hollow Purple was pretty similar to the other anime mythics we've had, and the Straw Doll Technique was kind of unique, kind of an explosive kunai thing. It was kind of cool. Help in hunting cursed llamas, which were the variation to llamas we had, which contained those mythics. Destroy structures or objects using Hollow Purple or Straw Doll Technique. Damage opponents using Hollow Purple or Straw Doll Technique. Land direct hits on opponents using Straw Doll Technique or Sniper Rifles or DMRs. Collect cursed Meowskull dolls, and lastly hold 4 weapons of legendary rarity at or better at once. There are also loads of just normal challenges, such as like damaging people with certain weapons or outlasting opponents, stuff like that. Each of those challenges earned you cursed energy, which leveled up the battle pass, so you could earn things like the Kon's Bark Spray, Jujutsu Kaisen Emblem Wrap, a bunch of level ups, a cursed llama emoticon, Jujutsu Sorcerer's loading screen, Angry Nobara emoticon, Winged Toad summon backbling, and lastly, the Shadow Play Toad emote. So that was all in the free pass, and then if you upgraded to the premium reward track, which I did once I reached the end, you immediately got the streetwear Yuji Itadori skin. Also in the track, you could get the Confused Yuji emoticon, the Tsukamoto Bear backbling, Cursed Energy emote, Yuji's Cursed Spray, Cursed Energy Flow wrap, Slaughter Demon pick, 4 more level ups, and lastly the Yuji Itadori skin itself. You could also earn a banner icon for completing 5 grade 4 quest, which was the first one. That's the only grade that they did that for. I don't know why they did, but there we go. Then also, if you completed 5 quests from each of the 5 grades, you earned the new glider. Lastly, the final collab for this season is surprisingly with WWE. I don't know why, but they added the Bianca Belair and the Becky Lynch skin to the store. So yeah, not too many collabs this season. So let's just immediately move on to the other stuff and events that have happened throughout this season. So the first kind of thing within this category this season was an event called Community Battles. I'm not entirely sure what this was about, but it was pretty much just an online thing with a quest to get 50 kills in a creative map. I mean, that's literally it. Once you've done that, you earn the Winged Cavalry backbling. Then on the 26th of June, I reached tier 100 with the help of the 25 tier bundle, of course. Not sure why I keep buying that, but I can't stop now. So I, of course, managed to get a bunch of rewards up to Optimus Prime. Then at the start of July, we had the summer event for Epic's Break, this time called Summer Escape. We had challenges releasing gradually over the course of the 2 weeks. These were to eat ice cream cones, damage opponents within 4 to 5 seconds of getting out of the water after swimming, gain shields, swim distance at Sunswoon Lagoon, which was like the small summer POI they added, break slap barrels or slurp barrels, collect an apple, banana, and coconut, eliminate an opponent while under the effects of frozen or spicy ice cream cone, report back to Paradise Meowscles for the Nana's Wrap, restore health, collect fish from fishing spots in a single match, ride wildlife into Sunswoon Lagoon, light a campfire, emote by a lit campfire for the Treesy backbling, pet tamed wolves or boars in different matches, deal damage to wildlife, outlast opponents, reveal opponents with flare gun or firework flare gun, destroy stones for the artifact axe, mantle within 30 seconds of busting through a door, which earned you the Starry Sea wrap, use a launch pad at Sunswoon Lagoon, travel distance while gliding for the Blossom Drop Contrail, damage opponents while sliding or crouching, slide distance at Sunswoon Lagoon, and lastly, damage opponents with explosive weapons. So if you did 14 of those challenges, you got the Wild Fronds backbling. You did 18, you got the Bugsy glider, and 24 for the Lagoon escape loading screen, and also the Toasted Coconut emote. So at the same time, the bonus skin for the season was unlocked, the Paradise Meowscles skin. So there are a bunch of challenges to earn all of the cosmetics. For the Calico Holiday Wrap, you had to fall 5 stories or more without taking damage. For the Self-Reflexing emote, you had to collect fish. You had to bounce on bouncy objects for the Paradise Vibes music, gain shields for the Calico Conut backbling, and damage opponents with pistols or heavy sniper rifles for the Paradise Meowscles loading screen. So those were the page 1 challenges. If you completed 4 of those, you got the Paradise Meowscles skin itself and a Swolcation spray. And you also unlocked the page 2 quests, where you had to flip a vehicle for the Paradise Pattern wrap, carry a full stack of ammo 10 meters for the banner icon, travel from Kenjutsu Crossing to Knotty Net without touching water for the June Scooper pickaxe, deal damage to opponents for the Clawsome Meowscles loading screen, and lastly, get eliminated in 9 different matches for the Beach Breezer glider. So if you did all 5 of those page 2 quests, you got the Crush and Slap emoticon and the Clawsome Meowscles style for the skin. And look at all those challenges. I really appreciate that they put some thought into, again, making them themed towards Meowscles and cat themed. It's pretty cool. Then on the 22nd of July, I reached level 200, so I of course managed to claim the final bonus style, meaning I got all the bonus styles, of course. I am now level 317. It's slightly less than last season, but that is because they made milestones ridiculous this season, so I've barely done any of them. I've of course done almost all other challenges, so that's pretty epic. So then FNCS began, and there were some cosmetics in the store, which had a trailer actually. You could also get a reward each week for watching 15 minutes of the live stream. So for watching week 2, you could get the Raptor Rider spray, week 3 for the Lush Moves loading screen, day 1 of the finals for the King Meow emoticon, day 2 of the finals for the 8 lives downloading screen, and lastly, one I actually haven't got right now as I'm recording it because it's in my future, but it will still hopefully appear on screen. For watching the Last Chance Major, you got the FNCS Protector backbling. Then around the start of August, there was yet another reboot rally with all of the normal challenges, like to just click the rally button on someone's profile, play a game with an eligible friend, earn XP with them, do dailies with them, all this sort of stuff. They all earn you points to the reward. So for 50 points, you got the Boot It spray. For 100, the Polychrome Sunset wrap. For 150, the Beach Blasted Sharks Tank back bling. And for 200, the Starfall pickaxe. Lastly this season, there was another small Rainbow Royale thing. So there were a couple new free things in the store, along with all the old ones as well. And there was actually also a rainbow in-game. I don't know if they did that before, but I actually spotted it this time at least. That was pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all of the events and other stuff that happened this season. So yeah, let's move on to the story. So at first, the story all kind of seemed a bit random. There wasn't really set quests just to the story, it didn't seem like. But there were so many things like the Explorer quest where you could find a prism and take it back to Trace, and it would tell you stuff about this thing called the apparatus. And there were loads of Sloan voice lines, and eventually it did actually all relate, and I think the story was done really well this season. So first, I'll just play you all of those Sloan voice lines that you could just find dotted around the map at random points. It wasn't a quest, they were just kind of there. I'm just going to play all of them for you. I'm not sure if I got all of them or if they're all in order, but yeah, just listen to them.
I don't know how I survived. Some stranger, he found me. And what's left of my tank, deep under the island. His technology kept me alive. He says it belongs to those who used to live here. When I recover, I need to learn everything about this jungle, its people. I need a plan, a mission. I won't falter here. I won't surrender. I officially declare my physical recovery complete. I'm a little creaky, but I've got a mission. That's all I need. It's Sloan. Day number... still in the jungle. I think you know that it takes a little more than dropping a tank on me to take me out. I'll have to thank my rescuer. Hope he doesn't expect a fruit basket. I have a plan, but I'll need to move fast. The key to all of this is the people who left this jungle behind. We have a new wrinkle here. These ruins are impossible to date using traditional methods. I don't like it. And, of course, no sign of catastrophic damage. It's as if the residents just vanished. But before they did, they left a message. And I know, but I think I'm the one intended to find it. I've found what looks like an ancient, busted machine. It's a telescope, or some kind of stellar projector. I'll need to run scans. If this thing can do what I believe it can, it will be key to my plans for the island.
From what I can tell, the apparatus uses kinetic ore prisms to manipulate light. If my instincts are right, I need to get it working. Now. I've scoured the villages of the people who lived here. Their inventions, their writings. They used refined kinetic ore to create amazing technologies. They were scientists, visionaries. And now, all we have of them is relics.
communications into the apparatus have been interrupted by a small army of explorers. This could work to my benefit. I've made contact as a possible expert for their team. If I can convince them to excavate the site, I can get the apparatus working.
The glyphs are the only clues I have for the intended use of the apparatus. It's not enough. Yet. The explorers are pushing on with excavation. I need to figure out how to power this thing.
I've been told, by someone you and I both trust, that we need to get off this island as soon as we can. Is that what the previous residents did? Find some true home among the stars? These glyphs are a clue to where we need to go next, if I can solve them. Attempts to match details from the glyphs with the movements of astronomical objects has been difficult. The glyphs appear to be predicting an incoming eclipse. All readings indicate that's impossible. But me standing here, alive? That's an impossibility too. If these glyphs are truly the unheard voice of the past, then you know, I have to listen.
Energy debris from the Riftgate collapse has complicated my long-range cosmic scans. But I am picking up something. A signal I've seen before. A very old signal. One I think I recognize. Analysis continues on the incoming signal. It's not a natural cosmic phenomenon, and it's coming our way. With intent. There's no way the people who left this place could have known about this eons ago. Unless it's happened before. The eclipse is the key. It has to be.
You're the last one I want to call in on this. You know me too well, for one. You'll be infuriating. But you're the only one I trust to handle this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I need your help. Let's hope your aim hasn't improved.
So yeah, it's all interesting, all relating to her plans on the island, and she somehow survived the time we saw her before. But she's now got a little camp set up, and she's doing somewhere with the apparatus, which we'll find out a little bit more in a moment. So there are also these snapshot quest things, which this season I am not going to put in a separate video because they weren't using voice lines. But they were story related, even though it did seem a bit weird, but we'll just go through it all now. So the first set were from Aura, and they were all about stealing some sort of treasure and stuff and bringing it back to her. So you first had to just gather intel on this mysterious chalice by stealing 5 different field notes about it, which when all put together, you might have gotten them out of order, but if you put them together in the order they said, they say, reports confirm the chalice of Cubetastrophe is in this rainforest. A powerful item made by the cubes capable of leveling the entire island. Found a new wielder and is gaining power, and can be contained if we can find it in time. So then we report to Aura to help find this chalice, and she lets us know it wants to be wielded and may have left some clues around the island to help us find it, perhaps the strange petroglyphs around the island. So we then go around investigating a bunch of these, basically just rocks with carvings on, and we get more and more clues to where the chalice is. So then we head back to Aura with those findings, and we use a map that she makes to figure out where it is, which is where Anvil Square once stood. So then we have to break into the temple, it's hidden inside, and we have to make an offering of 100 gold bars to reveal it. We then collect it and turn into Oro, the golden skeleton guy, if you're wearing a male skin, or Aurelia if you're wearing a female skin. Lovely bit of attention to detail there, I love it. So then we take the chalice back to Aura, and the island is safe. And I think we also trap Aura or Aurelio into a fork at the same time. I don't know what that was about. It was a bit random. For doing all of these Aura-related challenges, you also got the Aura of Discovery emoticon. So then, for the second set of snapshot quests, they went a bit more light-hearted and linked them to the coral buddies that we saw ages ago. And I love that they're bringing them back. So these quests were given to us by Triggerfish. So the first few challenges were pretty simple, just to collect ammo, deal damage to opponents while in water or on a boat. and to liberate and collect fish from coolers, ice machines, or chests. Then you went and spoke to Triggerfish, who told you the coral bodies have vanished, and we need to first ask Princess Bryn for an idea on where to look. She tells us that we can use rare island coral to track them as they share genetic markers. So we head to an island off the southwest coast and carefully collect some samples. We then take it to Frenzy Phil's to analyze it, and then we head back to Triggerfish, who tells us the scans pinged a spot and the coral buddies might be there. So we head to Berg Barge and find a lone coral buddy in a little box and confront Turk and Riptide, who live around there. And they're both quite threatening to us and hint that they might be selling the buddies to a wealthy collector, which, to be honest, is a bit dark. Triggerfish agrees with the suspicion that we had, which I don't really think is suspicion. They kind of just admitted it to us. And he tells us to prep for a duel against one of them. So we do that by hitting headshots or eliminating opponents, and then we challenge and defeat one of them in a duel. And we then talk to them, and they've given up hiding at this point, and they tell us that the bodies are in a nearby cave. So we manage to head into the cave and save them all, and we take them back to Triggerfish, who promises to keep them safe and build them their own sanctuary. How nice. So if you did all of those challenges, you got the Coral Commando spray, and I just love that. They're a bit of a jokey set of challenges linking to an old thing that the old players will love the reference to. So the final set of snapshot quests were a lot more related to the main story for the season, and they were from Sloan. So again, it started off pretty simple, just collecting a rare or better assault rifle, then doing 300 damage with it, and getting 5 headshots with it. We then head to Sloan, who tells us that a crucial schematic has been stolen by Stingray, and it belonged to Rift Warden Stellan, who, if you remember, made the Rift Gate at the end of Chapter 4 Season 1. And it's now in a facility under Lonely Labs. So we head there, we make it through the maze, we take the schematic, and then we escape. We then take that to Sloan's satellite terminal at the destroyed Rift Gate, and then we head back to Sloan, and she tells us we need to track down refined kinetic ore by using that schematic to ping the island for traces of it, which she plans to supercharge the apparatus with, which was that thing that I was talking about earlier. You could take Trace was nearby it, and you could take prisms to it, and it's been built up throughout the season. It's very cool. So we go around the map and dig up a bunch of refined kinetic ore from Slap and Gone, Shady Stilts, and Rumble Ruins, and we take it all back to Sloan, who says it's enough and lets us know that the apparatus isn't a telescope, which we all thought it did. It looked like one, but it is instead a stellar projector holding ancient knowledge, and tells us to go and charge it up with the refined kinetic ore, because she has managed to annoy the explorers in the area so she can't go near it. So we do that, and then we head back to her camp and press a sequence of buttons to initiate its power sequence. And it is now activated, and it'll go through 6 stages before the end of the season, where I'm guessing something is going to happen to do with it in the cinematic at the start of the season. So after we've initiated it, we head back to Sloan one last time, and she makes an almost reference to the IO, saying she would have recruited us, and says she might have a plan for us to escape our enemies, but it's risky. So for completing those Sloan quests, you also got the Sloan's Reinvention loading screen. So yeah, even though there weren't any voice lines, the story was actually really good this season, and hopefully leads into a massive event. I feel like the story's kind of gone under the radar, and only after like super analyzing all the quests I've noticed it's actually pretty good, but no one's talking about it for some reason. So yeah, hopefully it all leads into a massive event at the end of next season, because we haven't got any events. Maybe they're changing it to just 1 per chapter, which would be a shame, but hopefully it's a good one at least. So speaking of next season, it is in about a week, so get ready, of course. We've only had 1 teaser at the time of recording this, and it's just pretty much telling us what the date is and asking us if we're in. There have also been loads of rumors going around, of course, the main one being a Lego collab, which I think is probably going to happen, to be honest. There's a lot of evidence backing it up, but yeah, let's just leave that there. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Of course, took a long time to put together, so please do like if you did enjoy. I will see you all in Chapter 4, Season 4, and goodbye.